afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist 812 forecast here, guys, and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are all enjoying your Tuesday afternoon. And I actually got home a bit earlier than usual. I guess I just got picked up a little early since I don't have cross-country practice. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys all are again enjoying your day. And today's going to be a bit different video. I kind of talked about this in yesterday's video that I might do this video today. And we're going to be talking about possibly the flash flooding issues all the way from Michigan down to Texas near the Mexico border. So this is why, I know it's not just a little area, you're probably wondering why it's such a big deal. Because look how big this area is for possible flooding issues across almost the whole country, all the way to Michigan near the Mexico border. We're really crossing a huge area where we can have a lot of flash flooding issues and severe weather for this week. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, guys. It really means a lot. I do try my best to post daily, and I usually do post daily unless something pops up. Yeah, also be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, and if you have any recommendations of other videos, any thing you want to say in the comments, go ahead and leave them in the comments, and I will reply to them. So without further ado, let's get in this flash flooding video. So we are going to be looking at the National Weather Service right now. Here again, this is where you find these active alerts that we see across the country. And again, in the green color, that's where we again have flood watches and flash flood watches all the way from Michigan through parts of the Midwest, through the Plains, into the Southwest. So we're really going very widespread. I'm actually kind of surprised we have such a huge area. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 states with flash flood watches, which is a lot of states. And this is at least 1,000 miles. Or, no, yeah, about 1,000 miles. Because from here to here is 700. So, yeah, it's about 1,200 miles, something like that. But again, we have that from Michigan, Wisconsin, parts of southern Minnesota, much of Iowa, much of Nebraska, eastern Nebraska, northern Missouri, much of Kansas, and a little panhandle there of western Oklahoma, the northern area near Amarillo, Texas, and eastern New Mexico. So yeah, that's where we could have a lot of rain this week. And it's not just today, it's not just tomorrow. We're about to see possibly a 3-day span where we can see very heavy rain, severe weather, and even some tornado issues. Speaking of tornadoes, we actually have a tornado warning in Nebraska in that Red County. Not too far from Lincoln, Nebraska. It's right here in that little Red County. And we also do some flash flood. We do have, what is this, coastal flooding. Some coastal flood advisories. We also now have winter storm advisories in effect for parts of North Dakota, eastern Montana, and Wyoming. Again, these storms could be moving east now, so we can actually see some snow made for Duluth, Minnesota, and the areas near Fargo. We also still have these freeze warnings in effect for near the Boise area, and we also have again the frost advisories, and that's basically what we're really seeing right now. Again, this is obviously the major topic to talk about here. So now we're going to be looking at the Storm Prediction Center of storm reports today. And what we are seeing, we're going to be looking at the reports, and we don't have too many reports. We have 2 hail reports near the Madison, Wisconsin area. That's where we have some 2 hail reports, and we also have 2 wind reports near Michigan. Again, these are obviously all these areas right here are what we're going to be looking at for reports. So it's a big area. We're going to have to watch out for maybe some tornado reports within Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, and Missouri. That's where we have that close tornado warning. I wouldn't be surprised if we obviously see a lot more wind reports and hail reports, again, as we have severe weather. So, now we'll be looking at the day 1 outlook so you guys can see what to expect today. So this is what we have today in the severe weather outlook. Again, we don't have an extreme threat for severe weather. Again, that's not the primary threat. The primary threat is the flooding and how widespread it is. Again, we do have those small areas that could have severe weather, and that's why we'll have very, very heavy downpours at times. But we're going to be focusing really on just the threat of rain. So again, this is not going to be incredibly high. It's not going to be where we have the enhanced or moderate risk. Obviously not. That's more of April, May. So we do have some areas in the marginal. It's actually a lot more widespread. All the way from New York, all the way to Texas, we have a marginal risk. So again, it's like a little band that kind of turns like this. It's kind of like that. So we'll see these storms again start to move in, especially with these cold fronts coming in from Montana and pushing this way, it'll start to push it, turning as it meets. So again, that's why this rain will be pushing this way. So again, the marginal risk, we do have a population of 17 million. So yeah, again, it's very, very widespread for Chicago, Illinois, Detroit, Michigan, Omaha, Nebraska, Buffalo, New York, and Lincoln, Nebraska. So again, all the way from Buffalo to areas near the Wichita area, and yeah. So now we also have the slight chance, which is a second level for severe weather. Again, that's where you might have to worry about a little bit more of a threat for hail and maybe even some damaging winds. So again, that marginal, or that, sorry, the slight chance, that's where we have for about 9 million people for Milwaukee, Madison, Grand Rapids, Des Moines, and Rockford, Illinois. So that's kind of more of a plains and Midwest threat, not really for the Southwest. Again, we're gonna have this rain obviously stretch all the way to the Texas border with Mexico. Again, that's not the primary where we're gonna have the severe weather. Tornado threats are very low at a 2% chance. Again, guys, this is not because of tornado threats or anything. This is just because of flooding threats. Wind threats are not high either, only about a 2% or 15% chance. Same thing with the hail, it's only a 5%. So now we're going to be looking at the NAM 3KM model to look at very detailed the rain. Again, we're going to be seeing within the next 7 hours, we're going to be seeing this rain band stretching from the areas of Albuquerque all the way to the areas near Minneapolis, Minnesota. Again, we're seeing the heaviest rain right here near the Nebraska area, near Lincoln. Again, that's where we have that tornado warning. So that's obviously where we're going to really see the worst of it. Again, it's going to continue to move northward. So we shouldn't see these flash flood watches last any longer in the Southwest. We're definitely going to see the flash flood watches last a lot longer, maybe even become a bit more widespread in the Midwest. As later today, we'll definitely be seeing very, very strong amounts of rain, heavy downpours from the areas of central Kansas all the way through the Muskegon area into the northern part of the Michigan. This will continue to bring in very heavy rain by tomorrow. Again, tomorrow, this will bring in very heavy rain for Des Moines, Wichita, Madison, even areas for north central of that Mitten area, Michigan. That Mitten, that upper part of the Mitten, you guys will definitely get a lot of rain all the way into maybe even Wednesday, tomorrow. And then after that, you think it's over, but when you come in on Thursday, we have a second band of extremely heavy rain. It's going to be rain after rain after rain. Again, that's where we have that snow from North Dakota that could bring in that snow for Duluth, which will bring in that heavy rain for these areas that are above freezing. So that's why we're having that second shot of rain. So again, if you're in that northern Minnesota area near Duluth, and also some other areas in northern Minnesota, you guys should be good with not having too much rain. But again, these areas in Wisconsin, Wisconsin, areas in Indiana, even another area of the plains, you guys can be getting rain. Of course, this will be bringing above freezing temperatures there. Now it's also, that's what we're looking at there. Let's actually slightly just look at the snowfall total if you guys are wondering. Snowfall totals wouldn't be too high. Only going to see at most right here near Duluth, maybe only 6 inches, which is a good amount. But again, a lot of these areas in Minnesota will see less than 2 inches, which is again not too much. 2 inches is not a lot for these areas. So the European model just updated. So again, we'll be focusing on the next all the way until Friday, where the main threat of the rain is. Again, within the next 6 hours, we're going to be seeing very, very heavy downpours for areas of Texas and again, all the way to Michigan. So it's like a big area like this, like we saw with the slight chance, again, with the snow, that cold blast, it is pushing it to turn like that. So again, if not, it will probably not move as much. So thankfully, with that cold blast, it's not going to bring as much rain. Again, here it is by tomorrow. It's looking like we can have one of the worst days for rain for these areas so far in October as it just started. Again, very heavy rain for Des Moines, Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska area, Wichita, and Madison, Wisconsin. You guys would definitely be seeing very, very heavy rain tomorrow. Again, as it brings snow for the areas in Minnesota, the Europeans actually favoring a bit more rain to come in for the Ohio Valley and the Mid-Atlantic. It looks like it connects with this area of the plain, so we get that second shot there of rain. Again, continue to bring in very heavy rain for Chicago, Milwaukee, Muskegon, areas in Detroit, and even Amarillo, Texas. And then again, by Friday, it shouldn't be a huge threat with rain in these areas. The last thing we're going to be looking at is the rainfall totals in the European Don't get too high again. The maximum is 14, but it's right here near off Cuba, the Cuban coast. We do have a threat with the Atlantic, a system, tropical system right here, but we're not getting a huge threat right now. So again, as you can tell, we're definitely be having a lot of rain stretching all the way from New Mexico to the areas of New Hampshire. Again, very, very heavy rain, very, very widespread. We'll be seeing the most amount of rain right here for the Midwest and the Ozarks areas again. Because again, this rain is going to be moving out here pretty soon, within the next 12 hours, and that's going to bring in very heavy rain for today, tomorrow, and Thursday. That's where we'll be seeing very, very heavy rain. Oh yeah, so today, tomorrow, and Thursday. So as today is going to end, we wouldn't see too much heavy rain, but obviously tomorrow we'll definitely be seeing a lot. Again, we're only going to see around a couple inches, up to 6 inches for Kansas, and even a little bit more right here into Nebraska, northern Nebraska, or sorry, the southern Nebraska, Missouri, Iowa, and Wisconsin. You gotta be seeing around 3 to 4 inches. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay safe out there. If you see any puddles that look small to you in the road, just be safe and maybe try to go around it if you can. If not, don't go. As again, if it's really, really heavy rain, it's cloudy, and your windshield wipers aren't working right, you probably can't tell how deep it is. So just better to be safe than sorry. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and bye guys.